Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video, I'm here in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where I've just picked up a trailer full of lemonade. And it's finally a job headed to DeRidder. Been looking for that job for a while now and finally got one. But a few years ago, there became a popular thing on the YouTubes where people would splice a bunch of different videos together and call it a movie. So, congratulations, that's what you're about to watch. This is Completing Cruising Louisiana, the movie. Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm back here in Louisiana where I'm in Shreveport. And I've just picked up a mobile screener that is going to Baton Rouge. And this job is nearly 300 miles, so we'd better get started. And this is a long job, nearly 300 miles, but it's also a heavy job. So I'm really hoping this 600 horsepower engine will carry the load. I think it will. Of course, I'm in the stock Peterbilt 389 that comes with ATS. But for a second I thought that car was going to pull out in front of me. But it does have engine from Slav Jerry, which I believe is the 6NZ stock 600 horsepower King of the Hill engine. And I've been trying to find a job from here in Shreveport to get to DeRidder. There was one a couple nights ago, but I didn't have time to take it in. And since then, there hasn't been anything. So I've kind of waited a while, and it's Friday night, and it seemed like the right time to find a job, and there still wasn't one to DeRidder. So I thought, you know what? As I think I drove over at the curb back there, I'll just go to Baton Rouge. And it looks like nobody's coming, so I'm just going to, well, the light turned green, so it don't matter. But I'm going to go and try not to hit that guardrail back there. Did I hit the guardrail? I don't know. Hopefully somebody will inspect it. I'm sure they will. And of course my truck does not have the proper signage to indicate that I'm carrying a large oversized load. I would have had to go to a garage and pay money for that sign. That would go on the front bumper, and that is kind of a silly thing. And I know there was talk in one of the SCS live streams about possibly making it so that the oversized load sign could be, or banner could be added to and removed from the front bumper as needed. That would be a really nice thing for the game. It seems a little weird because according to I think his name is Mark on the live stream, he said that in real life they carry those things in case they are carrying a oversized load. And as I saw a Razor go by there, since I haven't been trucking very much in the last couple days, I've actually been playing through Need for Speed Most Wanted from 2005. And I do that every year or two. I'll load up on my computer. I have a legitimate copy of Need for Speed Most Wanted. And there are mods because that game was from way back in the long time ago when computer monitors were not necessarily widescreen. So fortunately, there is an updated or there was a mod made for that game that allowed you to play in widescreen, and actually you can set it for whatever your monitor's resolution is. Mine is 2560 by 1080. It's like we're going into the swamp here, or at least some marshy area. There's some birds. Oh, I'm going off the road. That's the problem with this game. They put stuff in it that you want to look at, but when you look at it, you drive off the road. Maybe instead of me turning my head while I'm driving, I should, take a screenshot. That way, it'll last longer. Did that red truck there take the exit? And then they're back on the on-ramp. Hopefully they don't drive into me. I got a screenshot there with the water tower from the city of Natasha's. I think that's how you pronounce it. As usual, this could be an episode of How to Offend the Locals by Mispronouncing Their Hometown's Name. And it looks like GPS is telling me to get in the right lane, but the right lane's ending, so that don't make sense. And I do have a new mod for the GPS screen that puts the cursor down at the bottom, which gives you a little bit better field of view on what's coming up on the GPS, and I am liking that. Stay in my lane, stay in my lane. Obviously this truck doesn't have lane warnings on it. I've never been to Louisiana, so I can't really compare, but the grassy area between the highway and the property off to the side of the highway and it's divided by a fence and a lot of grassy area. That's what that generally looks like from my experience driving on 4-lane highways and interstates. Yeah, I was looking at the scenery and drove off the road again. Don't do that in real life. In real life, always pay attention to the road. There is a sign up here indicating lots of food and gas options. Those are definitely realistic. Every exit usually has a truck stop or a gas station of some kind, and usually one or two fast food restaurants. And I know we were at like 280 something miles from Shreveport to Baton Rouge when I started, and we're already down to 120, 121 miles. So interstate travel is pretty quick here in Louisiana. And there's a hot sauce sign. Don't forget to buy some hot sauce from Avery Island. But I've seen a lot of people complain because it seems like, well, it is. Louisiana is very compressed based on the scaling, and that's really how every state is, though. So there wasn't really a lot SCS could do because they're building the game to a scale, and that just means that things are closer together than in real life. And here is our exit. And didn't turn over, so as I always say, any takeoff you can walk away from is a good one. But I noticed, see over there to the right, there's some trees with some white flowers. Over there's some with some red flowers. And those trees probably would have been good back in Iowa, where they used the mimosa trees down one street where they really shouldn't have been using mimosa trees there. But it seems like every time they make a new DLC, they add to their folder of trees and shrubs that they can use. Now we're on a bridge here, and definitely going to have to take a screenshot here. So I did get that screenshot instead of trying to look at it and go off the road, because I definitely wouldn't want to go off the road on this bridge. Random bird sounds. Interesting. And yes, I did look over at the river. I had to look at the river more? No. See, that's something about Louisiana and this map extension is northern Louisiana just does well. It blends in well with Arkansas, but southern Louisiana gives us something we really didn't have in ATS yet, and that is these swampy areas and and these bridges, which they were advertising a lot. So here comes another bridge, and I've already been on this, but here it comes anyway, and some industry on either side here. If I was guessing, I would say maybe petroleum, but I really don't know what kind of industry that is. You know, I said that I had been on this bridge, but I don't guess I have because it's turning yellow as I go. So I guess this is new for me. And that truck is kind of keeping me from. Whoa, y'all, come on. You saw my blinker. You knew I was turning. That truck was matching my speed, and then it slowed down as I slowed down, and that happens in real life, and it's kind of annoying. In real life, though, I probably would have known to be in the left lane a long time ago and cut that truck off before he got his chance. But oh well. I'm joking. I would not cut off a truck. And I don't usually drive at night, but this job was longer, and I didn't sleep before I started. I don't think I have to turn, no. But that was kind of a long turn there. I'll set the cruise to about 2 over the speed limit. That shouldn't be a problem for most people. Alright, looks clear to get over. And sometimes when you see my head turn, like just before I took that exit, it's because when I reach over to hit the switch on the Jake brake, I have to move a little bit, and the head tracking is kind of sensitive. Remember, if you see a truck turning left, and you know that they probably need a little room. It doesn't hurt to stay a little bit back behind the stop line. It's not necessarily required, but it is kind of polite. Also, it may prevent you from, oh, really? Okay. Oh, there's a Steam achievement for visiting 8 cities in Louisiana. But it may, stopping a little bit behind the line may prevent you from losing your front bumper. And it looks like that's one of the garages you can own in Louisiana. I did buy all of the garages in the state. Actually, I own every garage in the game. I mean, you can look at my bank account, $875.9 million. And here we are. So when this gate opens, I'll see where I'm going to park. But I'm pretty sure it's just straight ahead. And of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? When you pull these oversized trailers, they almost always give you a pretty easy spot. Now, does that mean I'm going to hit it? Not necessarily, but I think I will. If I pull up far enough. There we go. All right, let's see what we get. Now, it's my understanding that in addition to $38,000, doing a job into or out of Baton Rouge is supposed to give you a reward, and we'll see about that later. But in fact, it may be on the screen right now. But thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video, I'm here in Baton Rouge, where I've just picked up some concrete road dividers, and I'm taking them down to New Orleans. And this job is over 100 miles, so it qualifies for the event. So let's get started. And when the last video finished, I had just gotten into Baton Rouge, and it was dark, so now we get to see it in daylight. Oh, and that is Boudreaux the Bear setting beside me there. If you haven't been to Baton Rouge in ATS yet, then you need to get here so you can also have Boudreaux the Bear. looks like a member of the local law enforcement community there beside us. But I'm getting on 110 headed south. And of course, when I went to take that screenshot, I did minimize ATS for just a few seconds and got knocked into neutral, which is normal. Looks like a football stadium over there. By the time this video comes out, I'm sure the new Christmas event is going to be started. So my plan is I'm going to do this job, and then I'm going to do one more job to Port Fourchon, and I'll probably combine the videos for those two jobs together. Right now I need to get over in the right lane, but a truck is coming up behind me, and now I can get over. And I may actually go back and combine this video and the next video and the previous video, so they all come out on Friday. So this may be an extra long, maybe an hour-long video, maybe a little longer than that. And I completely missed the fact that the speed limit went to 60. Or actually, I guess it went up to 65 or 70, but oops. writing on that water tower there said that we are in Jefferson Parish, so New Orleans should be being triggered pretty soon, or the discovery of New Orleans should be triggered pretty soon. And see, there's yet another photo opportunity up here, so I'll definitely be taking a screenshot, and there it is, New Orleans discovered. And over to the left is the New Orleans Dome. Just noticed that the speed limit's back to 50, so. Oh, the bridges. You know, the other day, while I was rolling through, I think, northern Louisiana, I was kind of concerned that there weren't a lot of very good places to look at. I mean, there's a lot of, swamp. It's nice to look at, but things like these bridges. And I really think the further into the state you get, the more there is to see. Turn the jake brake on to try not to go too fast. This bridge is slowly going down slope, and now we're getting off because we're already here. I don't necessarily think the light turned green for me. Well, I know it didn't turn green for me. I don't think it turned red for them. I think they just thought I was going to pull out in front of them, and AI traffic, being AI traffic, decided to just stop. But here we are, and I'm going to pull in here and see where they want me to park this load. Okay, so it looks like this is like other facilities like this. There's going to be kind of a curve going downhill. Yeah, and there's a parking spot that I'll back into right on the other side of that pile of scrap metal. It is times like this that we're reminded that well, first of all, it reminded me that I didn't get the trailer set up for backing it up. But how much alike the facilities in the game, the prefabs, I think they call them. Because this place just looks exactly like where I picked up the load, just in a different city. Which I guess really isn't all that unusual because in real life, most companies like to keep their facilities kind of uniform in design and layout. Right there is one of those new, whatever they're called. I'm, of course, having way more difficulty with this than I should, but I think it's going into its spot now. And there it is. So let's see. Curtain brake on, window going up. Turn off the flashers because they're annoying. And let's see what we get. Okay, well, we're in New Orleans. So thanks for watching and have a nice day. Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video, I'm at a farm outside of New Orleans where I've just picked up a tractor and it's headed down to Port Fourchon. And this job is over 100 miles, so it will qualify as the final job to complete my personal goal for cruising Louisiana. So let's get started. And as we leave this farm, we'll see that there are some plantations in the area that there's actually a historical sign out on the road that traces the history of the plantation back to the 1700s. So there's a lot of history in this area. It also looks like they've got several types of crops growing in the area. So lots of agriculture still goes on in this area. Those are some very old trees growing over there. And there's a bridge that will not be crossing in this video, but I did cross it to get down here. You have to cross the bridge and then kind of take some turns, get on this this road to come down to the plantations. And what is that? Oh, it's a cemetery. And this will be the last job for my personal goal on cruising Louisiana, but there's still one city, DeRidder, that I haven't been to yet, so I'll have to eventually get to there. But the Christmas event is most likely already started before I get this video out, so maybe I'll have a Christmas job going to DeRidder, Louisiana. But it took quite a while to find a job that was going to Port Vashon. But I just kept waiting here in New Orleans, waiting for one to appear, and finally, after a couple hours of just coming back to ATS and trying to search for it, one just popped up, and I thought, well, I'd better take it while it's there. This is okay. Thought that car was pulling out in front of me. I didn't realize that this is two lanes in the same direction. So that means I need to get in the left lane because I'm going to be turning left down here. And I can't see the light. That truck stopped, so I'm assuming it's still red, but I'm going to have to get out to see. It's still red. Okay, that truck's going, so I'm guessing that it's green now. Probably should have stopped sooner to see what it was, so I could see the bottom of the light, basically. That's one thing I've learned to like about Europe is they have the red lights at ground level, basically, across. Oh, that wrong way sign is actually the wrong way sign made it. I think it's the guardrail that might be dented. Well, oops. Now the question is, will this 600 horsepower engine get me up the hill? It did. Okay. Well, George D. just got $65,000 for a job. Wow, well done, George D. That's $65,000 for me. I don't know how much I'm paying him. And of course, Boudreaux the bear is still sitting beside me, making it hard to see out the right window. And in my attempt to avoid yet another episode of how to offend the locals by mispronouncing their hometown's name, I did look up the pronunciation for Port Fourchon, or is it Port Fourchon? Still not really sure about that last part, but the last syllable of the word, but it did seem that everybody agreed on the Port Fou, or Four. And look at this. We got some Gulf fishing boats, probably shrimp boats. And looks like that's where you go to get some lobster. Yeah, I'm sure it's where you go to get lobster. I'm trying not to destroy the guardrails with this trailer. Oh, well, I paid a toll. That's contributing to guardrail repair, I guess. This is interesting. There's a kind of a sharp turn here. And if you look straight ahead, you can see the clouds are moving unusually fast in a spiral around us in this video. And you can see oil rigs off in the distance in the Gulf. And the bridge goes up, the bridge goes down, the bridge goes back up again, coming up down the road here. This is interesting to me because there are intersections on the bridge, something that in real life I've never encountered before. But we are definitely getting into an area that is probably set up for oil and offshore oil infrastructure. Because we can see the oil rigs out there in the Gulf. We can see what looks like an oil tanker over there on the left. And that's it, Port Fourchon. That is a flashing yellow light, so does not mean I have to stop. It's kind of hard since the lighting update several versions ago. Actually, it's been a few years ago. It's kind of hard to tell yellow lights from red sometimes. There's a helicopter on a landing pad over there as I go off the road because I'm looking around instead of watching where I'm going. And there is a ferry up ahead, but I'm not going to be taking that today. It's interesting that both arms are up. But oh, this is where I find where I'm supposed to park. And this is a large place, but the parking is right here on the right. So I don't even have to go very far into the into the port here. There's another helicopter on the ground. Hopefully, I can get this thing in the parking zone. See in just a second, though. Yes, we did. So, parking brake on. Let's see what we get. All right, $13,000 for hauling this tractor, not a very far distance. And that does complete cruising Louisiana. So thanks for watching and have a nice day. Sit back and watch this time lapse. and the road is actually slick. I'm having a lot of trouble stopping. It's snowing here in southern Louisiana. That would be thanks to Grimes's Frosty Winter mod. Finally updated to 1.57, just in time for the Christmas event. So it is snowing here in the swamp. The alligators are all shivering as we speak. The snow is really coming down hard now, and in addition to the Frosty Winter mod, I am using a more snowflakes mod from the Steam Workshop that goes along with it. And we have arrived at the gate outside the Deep Submergence Vehicle facility, where the UEO is about to take responsibility for this lemonade. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that when I come to the old DSV, I just can't never park in their parking spots very well, so I'm just going to take the easy way out. So let's see what we get. Well, I've officially completed all of the cities here in Louisiana, and cruising Louisiana is finished for me. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.